Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, our Democratic Brazil run. This is expected to be the final episode as we are pushing toward the downfall of the Soviet Union. We have quite the pocket developing here in what's northern Russia, east of Leningrad, and we've pushed them back into a corner. We have a lot of units in this area, and I'm just trying to cut them off here. Make sure that we can finish this battle, get them taken out, get some Russian or Soviet units out of the fight, and keep pushing forward to victory. Now we've got this at slow speed, just getting a handle on things as we get back into the game. We've got a lot of troops here, so I'm going to send some of these elsewhere. Want to get them away from this line where it's just quite compressed. I have some big divisions here that I'm going to try to attack from the backside and get this attack going, start to close off this pocket. Hopefully we can get some friendlies attacking from the other side, though they're low on supply as well. I heard that naval invasion alert. I'm not worried about it. I don't think there's anywhere that they really can start to push too much on me. And watch, there'll be something terrible going on that I'm just oblivious to right now. Yeah, no major invasions that I see. We're not low on manpower, but we're definitely not as high as we once were. We took a ton of casualties somewhere. I think it's just attrition over the whole Eastern Front we've been fighting on. Let's take a look at this. How do the casualties look? Yeah, we've taken 383,000. That'll do it. Caused far more than that. Caused 1.2 million on the Soviets. We are leading the way there. Look at that. Look at that. The number of casualties. We are the number one contributor. What is it? Number two, right behind the U.S. So if they keep doing nothing against the Japanese, that'll become number one really quick. This is mountains. I don't want my tanks in the mountains. It's not what tanks are for. We'll close this off, get a few divisions in this pocket, and then be able to move the advance forward. As far as production goes, things are starting to look grim. I've got a major deficit in tanks, in artillery, in support equipment, and in fighters. Looks like I can trade for some fighters here, or trade for some aluminum here. That was probably slowing down my fighter production a bit. In the Arms Against Tyranny DLC, it looks like one of the features is going to be an open market for arms. So in a situation like this, where I've got factories to use, I would just turn to the open market, aim for some support equipment. So I'm excited to see that feature come into play once that DLC is released. I've typically, let's see, for DLC for this game, I haven't gotten it on day one. Other than the stuff initially planned at launch, I got whatever the highest edition was at launch, pre-ordered. So I got those first few DLC right away. But after that, I haven't gotten them right away. I've waited a little bit. Read some reviews. In the case of there's a Battle for the Bosphorus, I waited for a sale to pick that one up. Arms Against Tyranny looks cool though. I do end up playing the Nordic countries quite a bit, so I'll probably take that one early. Let's see how my fighter situation's looking. Not great, honestly. Are these guys still doing anything? They shouldn't be. Yeah, we don't have anyone on mission here. So we should be building these air wings up. Let's see, we've got... Oh, I was going to say, that looks like our jet frame, but that's not. That's our oldest airframes. Have some civilian factories ready, so let's just keep pumping military factories. We need that. Where are extra ones going? Artillery, fighters. Probably shouldn't have switched everything over to jet fighters. Those take longer to produce. This is our oldest close air support wing. Yeah, I'll detach this wing and do it manually. Bombers seem to be doing well. How's this going? Lost one to an accident, but we're taking out buildings. Good. Probably not a huge impact. Don't know if it's honestly worth it, but I like the idea of Brazilian heavy bombers. Do I think we've got a lane here to push on this front? Let's go for it. Who needs supplies? We could push where they aren't. And then hopefully we can get some divisions from our friends filling in. And I think we checked and they're, what state is this? Sala, 1 point. Their capital is, what's it called? Vladivostok now. That's their last major city that they have. I'm looking for some of these strategic points here. I guess we could try to wear down their national will a bit through casualties, bombing, but that'll take a while. Though we are causing some major casualties. They've taken 4 million against us. That's not counting their war against Germany. And are the Americans doing anything yet? A little bit. Looks like they took the Caroline Islands a little. We've got some stuff going on in the Solomons. So their offensive's starting. How are my fleets doing? So you guys are on a strike force. And then I've got my subs patrolling here. Hopefully taking out some Japanese shipping. But we'll see how that actually goes. I want to get my fighters back in the game so I can start pushing into Burma more. But we just got trashed by the Japanese Air Force last time. I'm wondering if... No, strategic bombers probably wouldn't make any sense there. I don't have enough, I think, to put a dent in their fighters. Oh, this is so close. I can just punch through. Just looking for these choke points. We are getting through. Let's see, this is a little risky, but not terrible. Oh, we've got more medals to hand out. Let's get that division recovery rate going. You know, supply consumption is going to be big now, especially with the areas we're in. The casualties some of these units have faced, 51,000. Oh yeah, we've got 2 medals for that Marine division. Yeah, maybe these supply consumption ones will be a big help. Looking at where we are on the map and what we're dealing with. 40,000 casualties for that one division. This one's only 16,000. That's nice. Do these stack? Yes, they do. Not at 100%, but I'll take the stacking. You're just going to try to cut off that one infantry division. If I can cut them off, it'll be worth it. And I think we will be able to. Fighters are getting closer. Let's get them training, make sure they're ready to go. I think I have some defensive guns on these cast planes. Let's see. Yeah, do have defense turrets. So not that I expect them to stand up against fighters, but hopefully it'll reduce the losses a little bit. Here we go. We've got an encirclement. I will gladly take that Turkish artillery. And there's a pocket down. Let's cut this guy off. Let's hit this tank division, push him back. And I'm going to hit this with 3 divisions. And once that's taken, I'll knock this division out. We are very close here to another encirclement. I think when this division arrives, my 9th division, that'll be enough. Yes, this is a big one. We're going to catch a lot of troops in this. Anything else fun to get? Let's upgrade the Marines. We've got Marines. Oh, let's finish this guy off. So they're moving a unit to contest it. I think we'll be able to hold that off. We've got an Italian, an Italian division coming to help us hold it. And we'll let them sweat a little bit being cut off before we push. And this is another nice encirclement. What kind of division even are you? Just an artillery division? Is that what this is? Oh, we're getting close to another encirclement with Gorky. They are real close. They're down to 25% of their victory points. Oh, look at this one. Nice and wrapped up for us. Yeah, let's start working on it. Would be nice if some of our friends came to help. Finish that one off. There we go. He's going to give up. Doesn't have much left. Another one down. So that's really moving our way. How are my fighters doing in terms of training? Good. These guys are all trained up. So I'll let them rest. And we lost 12 to accidents. Embarrassing. At least this part's going well. Do I have any slots left for any advisors? No. Oh, I wonder if how much my manpower is going to occupation. Still have a lot in Spain, some in Britain, but how many casualties have I taken? 18,000, not as bad as I expected, honestly. Finish up this chunk. There, now they're over 4 million casualties in this part of the war. And we're outnumbered here, but I feel like we should be able to push through, right? I mean, these are just worn down, encircled units. How tough can they be? There you go, it just takes a 40 width tank division. Spending all of my political power on metals, but it's worth it if I can reduce my supply consumption. I don't feel like I really have anything to spend my experience on right now. I've I don't want to mess with plane designs because I've got to keep that volume up and get my air wings reinforced. Um, Same with tanks. I don't want to mess with my tank divisions or my tank designs. I want to build more tanks. I get anything? Nope, just lost a sub. So at least it looks like there's some American progress going on there. And these should be stronger now. We should see more jet fighters in here. Gonna move them to this northern base, so we're not overloaded there. We're getting close to having the fighters we need in that area. Oh, looks like we must have closed it. Great. And we've got another one here. Take Kubashev. There we go. We'll just fight straight through this. Close this pocket for even more. And yeah, we've got a very nice encirclement. Look at that. I don't usually see the AI do nice encirclements like that. But we have one going here. I wonder if that's an improvement or if I just haven't noticed it before. But with as many divisions as we're wrapping up, they lose all of that manpower, all of that equipment. I can't imagine they have much left. Is the British occupation zone on our side? I wonder. Looks like they might be. They're a British subject, so I'd imagine they are. Here we go. Here's the end of it. And wow, 12 British destroyers lost. Portugal declared war on Greater Portugal. Is this the second Portuguese civil war we're facing now? I'm not sure if we're going to play through to the Japanese defeat. It's inevitable. I've never seen the Japanese really hold out, but it sometimes just takes a long time to hop through the islands. And being that we're Brazil, we don't have the Navy built for that. Don't have the Army built for that. So I think we'll see how it's going once the Soviets capitulate. But I'm not committed to playing through to the end of the Japanese Empire as well. Let's see, just taking these out one at a time. Now I'm going to lose this battle, but I can resupply, and he cannot. I think. Oh, I thought we were going to get some help there. Just throw everyone in. We're going to finish it. How is that guy still holding out? Should we give our air wings a shot? I say let's do it. Let's start on interception and see how that goes. All right, we're taking down some fighters. Those look old, but the I don't know. I don't know how the AI uses the designer, if that really indicates if it's an old plane or not, or if they're just using that model. Where are we looking here? Another nice encirclement. Yeah, let's close this. Good. Another one. Is this around Gorky? Or is this somewhere else? Either way, our units are actually supplied here. That's very nice when you want to do an offensive. So we'll push straight through here. Take out that chunk of the pocket. Are they any closer? They are very close. they're going to give up any minute now. And who else is on the Soviet side? Mongolia? They've got to capitulate. I don't think Mongolia is going to hold out on their own, are they? They don't have anything. What is here? Portuguese Timor. Interesting. Oh, and it's owned by the Soviets. Must have been a weird peace deal. I'm losing a lot of submarines. Here we go. Soviets capitulated. We've got a bunch of random stuff. Got some artillery in there. Definitely needed that one. A lot of trains, some infantry equipment. Why is this back up for grabs? This is mine. This is also mine. All right. Anywhere else seem like it would be fun to get? Brazilian Albania has a nice ring to it. I'll forfeit Northern Epirus. What kind of points do I have? Got a lot of points here. Because I was... Oh. Brazilian Iran has a really nice ring. You know what? I don't want to annex it. I'm going to puppet it. Where even is it? How am I missing this? Oh, Iranian Communist Authority. Can I puppet it? Maybe I can annex it and then puppet it later. Gonna demand this. There we go. Can I do this? What else? Is there anything left? There we go. I'll submit these demands. I'm gonna keep fighting with these demands. Looks like I got them. Anything else? Balkans, Romania. I don't want a little chunk of Romania. Spain. Can I add? Where is Soviet Spain that I get to add? Oh. Maybe I'll make a little enclave there of what I've got. There we go. Just want my provinces to connect that I have. And I'm going to confirm and exit. Let the rest of them sort it out themselves. There we go. So now I've got some extra factories. If I am going to play this through, I need to build up for the naval invasion. Excuse me, didn't want to cough into the mic there. Got a tickle in my throat. Oof. That is a big L for the US Navy. Now maybe I want to release some subjects. What do I have? I want to release them as a puppet. So it's going to be one less thing I have to worry about. We won't have access to their oil, but we don't really need it. I'm going to position my divisions in Iran from this one army. Just to get them out of middle of the Soviet Union, now known as the Russian Federation. Not an improvement, but we'll take it. Let's get these guys back to Germany. Just position them there until I figure out exactly what I'm gonna do. Now I might want to actually bring my bomber forces forward. Oh, look at that. I got some CAS here too. Anywhere I can put these? Not really. There are not many big air bases around. Guess we'll just stash them in India. So how is this air battle looking? Oh, we've got the advantage. Let's go for air superiority and start bombing them. Think things might start to go in our favor here. And as I say that, we start losing planes. They brought up a lot more fighters now that I started going for air superiority. Are they knocking out my old stuff or my new stuff? If they're knocking down my old fighters, that's one thing. But if they're taking out my jet fighters, that's a problem. Where can you hit? Guess I'll just have them start hitting Burma. No reason not to do that. It's a little tough on the range, but what are you gonna do? Wonder if I can make any progress here on an offensive. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. So I think, let's see. I wonder if we can ally ourselves with Yunnan? No. Don't think so. I was seeing if we could maybe start an offensive there. Where we've got a little better terrain and start to push through with numbers. But right now they have the advantage with how contested that area is, them being on the defensive. How is naval supremacy looking? Looks good just about everywhere. I think we're going to call it here. We're going to call it a victory. We knocked out the Axis, minus Japan, and the Soviets. All we have left is Japan, but with all of the allies teaming up on them, all the traditional allies, plus occupied Europe turning, the Middle East, Iran, everybody, it's only a matter of time before Japan falls, so I'm not really going to play that through. Hope you really enjoyed this series. Again, if you see this and anything I should be doing better, let me know. I'm trying to get better at this game. Thanks again for watching, and if you enjoyed this, please go ahead and subscribe. Hope to see you back around the channel, and have a good one.